So I tested out a free app. There's ads if you use the free version. You can pay, I think, $1.99 or $2.99 to remove the ads if the application does what you need and you don't want to see the ads. But it's called InShot, and this is something that you could use to easily edit your sermon videos, or if you need to edit a worship video into a sermon video, or even if maybe your camera cannot record your entire sermon in one take. If you've got it broken up in 2 or 3 files, this is a very easy way you can do basic editing on your Android phone. Now, based on what model phone you have, the app may not perform well. I have a Pixel 2. It seems to perform great for me, at least with smaller file sizes. But hopefully this would work for you and your sermons. So you can see in the top left corner, I have this app called InShot that I downloaded. I'm going to select it. We want to create a video, so I'm going to hit video here in the middle left part of the screen. And I've already made one video just to test the app out, so I'm going to create a new video by hitting this plus next to new. Now I'm going to select the videos I want to use. So I'm just going to select a couple videos here. Now, of course, if you shoot your sermons on your phone, all your video clips that you shot should come up from your photo and video library. So just select the videos you need to put together and click the check in the bottom right corner. Alright, if you look at the very bottom, you can see if I touch to the left or right of this white arrow, I can drag my video clips left and right. Okay, and then you can see that my 2 clips come together here. It's automatically pasting those 2 clips together. And so if your sermon is in 2 parts, you can just put the second part right after the first part, and it'll just go right into it. Now, if you need to trim things up, like maybe you don't need the beginning of your video or the last part of your video, I'll show you how to do that real quick. Alright, so I'm going to come over here to the front, and I want to trim this, so I'm just going to tap this video in the bottom. So to the right of this white arrow, I'm going to tap the video section, and you can see it gives me some different settings: trim, speed, rotate, flip, copy, delete. I want to trim it, so I'm going to touch trim, and now you can see I have this the green dot to the left and the green dot to the right at the bottom of the screen. So if I select the one on the left, I might want to have just where I'm already standing in the shot. So I'll get it to right where I'm standing in the shot. And then for the end of this video, I may want to get it to right before I walk off the camera. And so if that's the portion of the shot I want, I just hit this check. If you look, you have trim, cut, split, and to the right of where the word split is, you have a check mark. I select that check mark, and now I have edited that clip. When I drag at the bottom of the screen again by putting my finger to the left or the right of that white line in the center of the bottom of the screen, I can drag back to the beginning. So that clip is the way I want it. And then the next clip, let's say I don't want it to go into where it changes color. Say I just want it to stop right here. Well, actually, let's say I want to stop right here before he looks back at the screen. Again, I'm going to just tap the video to the right portion of my white line at the bottom of the screen. To bring up this edit menu, I'll hit trim again. That's there on the left with the scissors. And I'll do the same thing. I'm going to grab the green circle to the far right at the bottom of the screen, and I'm going to drag it over until I get to the point where there's no color and he's looking at the screen. And let's say that's what I want. And so again, I'm going to hit this check next to the word split over to the right. Alright, and so now you can see when I play my video, by hitting the play button in the middle of my video, in the middle of the screen. It starts off with my opening clip. Oh, and actually, I realized I didn't edit this first video exactly like I wanted, so all I have to do is tap that portion of the video again at the bottom of the screen, click trim again, and I'm right back in the editing. And so I meant to come all the way back here because I had left and came back. And I know I look silly on screen, but I was just testing out the camera setup. So I just want that clip. I'm going to hit the check mark again to the right of split. And now I'm going to rewind to the beginning, hit play, and I've got my two clips edited together. Okay. All right, so now I may want my video to start just with some black and end with some black. So what I can do, you'll see at the very bottom left corner of the screen, I have a red box with a white plus. When I touch that, I can either add another video or photo. So maybe there's some other, I forgot to select a photo or a video that I needed when I started this project. I could actually go back into my photos, find whatever it is I need, and then go right back out. But I can also hit that plus, and I can select blank, and then you can see it put some black at the end of the video. So if it was plain, I'll play back here.
Who am I?
At the end of it, it'll go to black. I can also do the same at the beginning. So if I hit the plus in the bottom left corner, I click blank again. Now you can see that it put it in the wrong spot. I've got two black spots at the end of my video. I want one at the beginning. So what I can do is just hold down my finger on one of those black spaces. Actually. Okay, never mind. Let me fix that. I'm new to this app. Tap the blank space to bring up the edit mode. And now if you hold your finger down over that section you selected where the white box is in the bottom right corner here, now I can drag that to the beginning, let go. And when I tap out of it, now when I play it back, I have black in the beginning, my first clip, my second clip.
Text would be good. Yeah. So, who am I?
And the end of my video. And now the last thing I might want to do is maybe I want to put a title in the beginning of my video. So here in the beginning, I can come here. You'll see, oops. Sorry, don't know what I did there. You'll see we have trim, canvas, filter, music. These are different things that you can apply. I want to apply the text. So you can see I can scroll this back and forth if I hold my finger down and drag. So I can see all the different effects. I'm going to select text, and I'm just going to call this test video. You might want to call it the name of your sermon. You could put the scripture reference in there, but I'm just going to call it that and hit this checkbox here mid-screen to the right. And then you can see now at the bottom of the screen, I have this green text box that says test video over top of my layer. If I click and drag these arrows, I can select how long I want that text to stay on the screen. I can also select the green portion of it, and I can reposition it anywhere I want. So I want to say test video in the black, and then when I get to me, I may want to add some other text. So I'm going to hit text again, and I might put my name, and I'm going to drag it on the screen up here down to where I want it. So I might want to have it in this lower thirds. I'll hit the checkbox in the mid right part of the screen again. And so I can see I want that to not pass over to where it shows the next person. So I'm going to drag these around like this to get it where I want it. And as I position for the next person, I may want to add one for Pastor Dave. So I'll do the same thing. I'll hit this T plus text. If you look in the bottom left portion where the words are, it says sticker, and then it says text. I'm selecting that text, and I will call this Pastor Dave. And I'm going to drag that down, place it where I want it. Hit the check in the middle right portion of the screen. And again, I can drag this to the size I want and the position I want. Just like this. And I'm going to put it right there. So now, if I rewind my video by sliding over here, I'm going to hit my checkbox in the middle right portion of the screen to finish my edits. And I'm going to hit play on this video in the middle of the screen. I have my title of my video. I've got my first clip with my lower third's name, my second clip with my lower third's name for Dave, and my video ends. So now, of course, your video will be much longer, and so the performance may be a little slower as it's processing all that video, but hopefully you can get the job done. So once you have everything edited the way you want it, in the very top right corner of the screen, you'll see it says save. And so select save. And then it says deleting the original video will damage the draft file. And I think what that means is if you go back and delete the original videos that you just worked to edit with, that it could cause issues to your draft file. You won't be able to go back and make changes to it again. So I'm just going to click save. I'm going to say 1080p quality. And since I have the free version right now, it pops up an ad. So I can just top right corner, close out this ad. You can see it's converting the video. It's 80%, 90%. It's completed. And if I didn't want to see the ads, in the bottom right, I can click that. And for $2.99, I could pay to permanently remove the ads. But if the ads don't bother you, you can just use the app for free. And then you have different ways you can distribute your video. You can see here. And so the best way to go about, if you want to do like a Facebook premiere or YouTube premiere, those options are not available within the app here. Now with Facebook, I can post a news feed, I can set as profile video or story. Those are the only options there. If I go to YouTube, it gives the options to either post it public, unlisted, or private. And so that's not going to work if I want to do a premiere video. So your best option is going to be to go to other and share with your Photos app. So I'm just going to say just once here and click upload in the bottom right. It's putting that video file into my Photos and Video app where you had your original video clip stored. And so now, if I come back out of my phone and I go to my Photos app, then you'll be able to see you have your new video. So here's my test video. It's playing back.
Like this size text would be good. Yeah. So.
And all I would have to do would be to then get that video file over to my computer and use my computer to upload it to either Facebook Premiere or YouTube Premiere or whatever it is you decide to use. So I hope that's helpful.